Alrighty, guys, check this banger out from Kevin Samuels with these two, I'm gonna say, pretty much ratchet women here, just lazily laying on their couches or their beds or whatever, trying to school Kevin, but Kevin ends up schooling them on, the facts of life, so to speak. These women, they're going to show to you once again how delusional they are about what they think of men and relationships. And Kevin is trying to use, of course, logic with these women, which it really just doesn't work. But he still schools them nonetheless. So check it out. I will be hopping in from time to time to give my commentary. For those of you who don't like it, go to another channel. I'm totally fine with that. That's why they call it a commentary. So I will give my wisdom here and there. Not a lot, but just here and there. All right, so you guys just check it out. Here we go.
Listen, I want you guys to understand the sheer lack of accountability. Think about how many times did one, two, three women have pushed the responsibility back onto the men. Things happen. Accountability is like kryptonite. Man, if a woman doesn't want to have a baby, she does use birth control. I didn't say stop having sex, just stop making babies with men that aren't your husbands. Can we agree that needs to happen?
Okay, so how am I supposed to know if he's
Hold on. No. Can we agree that needs to happen first?
Okay.
Can we, yes or no?
Yeah, that needs to happen.
Yeah, we can agree.
Then who ensures that, men or women?
Women.
Thank you.
Only because we give birth to them, so we.
And you pay a higher price because if you have a child outside of marriage, you're setting yourself and the child up for less favorable outcomes. You were asking me what? Laying down?
The question. Oh, which one?
The other girl. She said, so what? You said something about it happens, and what to do what?
Well, no, it does happen. I mean, that's inevitable. It didn't happen to me, but it does happen to other people.
But if you start looking at the marriage...
What do you mean it just happens? How do you just get pregnant? You don't just happen to have unprotected sex.
Boom.
During the time you're ovulating.
Well, what if you're having sex every day?
See how that happened, folks? I just said it doesn't just happen where you have unprotected sex when you're ovulating. And just like the modern woman, she, instead of answering the question, she just moved the goalposts.
Oh, whatever.
Well, I'm going to hop in really quick and say this. This is the exact problem with a lot of these women. When they're backed in the corner with your logic, they're going to start to, like Kevin said, move the goalposts, and they're going to point to and do all these kind of deflections. And a famous deflection, a very common deflection rather, with a lot of these females is, just to point to the exceptions to the rule, the what ifs, the stuff that happens every 12 leap years. And then, the one on the right, when Kevin calls her out, look at her attitude. Her attitude is so stank with going, oh, whatever, So I'm sure this woman, she ain't got no dude. And if she does, then she's running the show and she probably ain't happy with him. But it's that kind of stink-ass attitude is why a lot of these women are just going to end up alone. And so let's go check it out from here.
It's true, though, but what if you haven't sex?
No, what I just said is true. And this is why so many women are going unmarried.
But what about the men that say, like, I mean, I get your saying it's the woman's choice because in the end, she has to have the bed, like, it's her. So, but what about those men who are like, oh, I don't like you with, protection, or those men
you don't have sex. Very simple.
But what about those men who, like, because the men, I mean, I feel like you don't really, I do understand that women, we need work to be done, but the black men in our community are reading at 4th grade level.
That's bull. 54% of black men are single and childless, and 61% are in the middle class. You're not going to come on here and run that bull. No, 2.5 million black men are in the upper class. This is that bull you were watching on those movies. That ain't the truth. I challenge you to go look up the statistics. Blackdemographics.com, black statistics by black people for black people. 54% of black men in this country, single, childless, 61 in the middle class. But you all got to think that there are no men out there to justify why you're alone. You're alone, not because they're not enough men. You're alone because you're unfit.
So where are we supposed to find them at?
In the gym, behind their preposition.
In a gym?
in the gym.
Well, I thought men were born hunters. I thought they were
Which gym?
They were to catch. I'm just so confused.
Hold on. Where are they supposed to find them at? When you raised with your mother, the lady laying down on the red pillow. Your first name?
Tina.
Tina, Were your mother and father married?
Yes, they were.
So when you asked your father where you supposed to find him at, what does he tell you?
He found her in the same neighborhood.
I said when you asked your father where you're supposed to find him at, what does he tell you?
He don't know the answers. That's why I'm on here.
So when you had when you asked the question to him, he said what?
To find a man?
Damn, she's stupid.
I heard the gym theory. I ain't gonna lie. I heard.
Not on the internet.
Hold on, sweetheart. No, I'm going to drill down on this. What did he say when you had the conversation?
In church.
I heard that.
And then where else?
In school.
And then where else?
That was it.
And your father failed you.
Oh, well, that's why I'm on here, because I ain't got no man.
Well, that's not. But if you're going to tell me, did your mother raise you to be
both
a wife?
on here?
Did your mother raise you to be a wife?
Yeah, I mean, she is a wife.
Did she raise you to be a wife?
Hell no.
I guess so, yeah.
You guess? If you were raised to be a wife, you would know. So what did your mother raise? Okay, so I'm asking you questions. What did your mother raise you to do for a man?
Cook, clean, be emotionally supportive.
You cook and clean for yourself, but that is something that goes. What else?
Be emotionally supportive.
In what way?
What she used to do? She used to ask him stuff. I don't know, like be nice to him, not be bitchy.
So what I need you to understand is you want to, Miss 21-year-old, you want to say the delinquencies and where black men are, and you're saying your mother and father raised you in the household. Mm-hmm. And this is the basics. You didn't ask your dad, he told you school or church, and your mama didn't raise you to be a wife. The problem is that's not a woman that's fit to be a wife.
Right.
So what's fit to be a wife?
A man who is a husband does not need to go to a woman who does not know what to do.
Well, we have to, at this point, we have to blame the generations before us because...
you got to blame your mama.
Right. And
your mama didn't teach you. If your mama was married, if your mother was married and she didn't teach you how to be a wife and teach you how to work with and for a man, then blame your mama. Ain't got shit to do with the generation. It got to do with the woman that raised you, especially if she was married. And that's a problem. Far too many married women aren't teaching their daughters how to be wives. They're teaching their daughters how to be independent. And then when it fails, you want to look at the men and say...
So you don't think it's the men problem, too? Some of the men out here? It got to be
Some
us.
men don't. They want to have
Excuse me. No. Before you get to the men, you got to get to the marriage. Before you get to the men, how many of our children, what percentage of our children are born as a result of marriage?
I don't know. Not a lot.
And how old are you again?
27.
Let me be honest, man. You're laying down in the bed on an Instagram channel with millions of people.
It's not millions. It ain't. It's 9,227. Damn.
And I'm going to leave it there. You guys, what Kevin's trying to do is help these two women, and from the looks on their faces, just laying down. A lot of these women on these videos are always laying down because they're fucking lazy by nature, okay? Always got to be comfortable, but not sitting straight up like myself, like Kevin. Laying down, looking lazy, being lazy, acting lazy, and they're real lazy when it comes to finding a man. They think of the man that they want is going to drop in their lap. Now, the one on the left, she's got more of a chance because she's prettier. The one on the right ain't got no goddamn chance as far as I'm concerned. And she's got a stink-ass attitude on top of that. So you can count her out. 27, shit, she might as well be 47 because she ain't going to get what she wants, okay? Like I said, the one on the left, she's younger, prettier, not the best looking, but got more of a chance. Anyways, Kevin's trying to prove or rather show how delusional these women tend to be. And then they're not in the right headspace. They're not and from the beginning. And like he's saying, these women aren't even raised to be wives. Their fathers and mothers failed them because they're just ratchet, stank, getting fucked by a lot of guys, getting pumped and dumped. And trust me, by 27, this one, shit, she's already seen it all and did it all. Probably this younger one too. I think she's 21. You know, these kind of women, again, once again, I say it every single video, don't feel sorry for the lives that they choose. When they're on the top of the world and they have all the choices in life, they squander it. Like a sick gambler in Vegas, going from casino to casino, putting up the mortgage to his house and emptying out his pockets and his bank account till he's living in the tunnels under Vegas, homeless, you know, just blew it all. Okay, they're blowing it all in terms of their opportunities to get, you know, a man that's good for themselves. And, you know, God bless Kevin. I think he was trying to do a lot of good. He actually gave a shit about black people. And he tried to get people together. He had his Facebook groups where couples were getting married. He tried to help. These stink-ass women, they don't want to hear it. And what Kevin didn't know is you can't help them. There is no help for people who don't want to be helped. Women, they're doubling down on stupidity. They're going to go their own way. I'm talking about men going their own way. Women are going their own way. And they're not coming back. The only way women come back to men is if this whole earth burns down and we start over from day one. And hey, I don't know if that's going to happen. And if it does happen, then there will be a reset. But until then, hey, women love monetize dating life. They can do what they want. They can go on OnlyFans. They can sell some cooch, you know, and a lot of guys, there are a lot of simps out there that will finance their lifestyle. So, and plus they can work. They don't really need us at all. They don't need us until there's an emergency. Then they do need us. But until then, to live day to day, women really do not need men. And so, hey, they can go their own way and they can fuck up along the way into old age. Hey, that's on them. You know, I know I sound like I'm bitter, but I'm not. I'm very realistic. Look, I've been a therapist for a long time. I see how this stuff works, okay, from a clinical standpoint, just so you know. Okay, so anyways, you guys, that's the end of this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. All right, peace out, y'all.